Hello, cosplay world. This is Uchi Con, University of Chicago Con at the University of Chicago in Chicagoland area, not Uchi Con, Uchi Con, which is in Texas, I believe, Dallas, and it's next weekend. Unlike the 7th, 8th, this was on the 1st. Boy, this was confusing looking this up on the internet and getting the details to make sure it was right. And I'm going 100 miles per hour because after this, I'm going to go to the panel that we went, and we had a panel there. It was our first panel ever. We had a bit of trouble with the snow, so we had to reschedule for a little later, but we got there, had a great time. I think it was a good or great first panel. We're going to refine it, make it better, but until then, we've got the panel that we did, or most of it, at the end of this ranty rant. There's a bit of a little extra there at the end, just to round it out, but I just wanted to say thanks for everyone who came. We're going to try and work out what our next panel is going to be, and I should probably talk about Uchi Con. Whatever. This convention, University of Chicago Con. It's, of course, very small, but it has some great buildings to take pictures of. Look at all the architecture in this building. It's very, very elaborate and ornate and wood and stone and all those good things. So if you're looking for some old fancy architecture, this is a great convention. I'm almost sad that if it gets any bigger, it might have to move venues, at which point we won't have that wonderfulness. Look at all the paneling on the walls. Oh, that's something you don't see at every convention. Oh, well. But again, it's free, so hey, why not go, except for the snowstorm. Just a small con. They had a surprising number of events for only having, I don't know, like 6 rooms, but man, once I was there, snow happened, I wasn't going anywhere. I was relaxing and having fun with my friends. I actually saw quite a few new cosplays I've never seen before, new people I've never seen before, which is surprising considering I've been to so many local cons that I usually have seen everything. So very happy and surprised by that. Karaoke and gaming and panels and masquerade and all those good things. But in my rant, I'm going to do a little one at the end and just let you guys see the panel. Hope you guys enjoy. If you didn't get to come see our panel, it's on materials and stuff to make cosplay with. Imagine that. That's my... Oh well. Bye.
Alright guys, let's see. I am Jax.
I am Nar.
And together we are Wild Stallions! Not really, but yes. Okay, now, I've been cosplaying for several moon. I've actually been doing commissions for about, what, 7 years?
Yeah, sure.
About around that time. I haven't done any fancy pants things that most of you've seen here, done whatever. But I have been pretty much wandering around the con scene for as long as possible. And this here is my good friend.
I have been making things since 2006, and I have more awards than it's nice to talk about in public. So, as people know, we look down.
Oh, but yes. Today we are actually going to be talking to you about what is the name of our thing?
What? You don't need Wonderflex to make everything!
Pretty much it's a guide for cosplay materials and construction.
It's good stuff, Wonderflex that is, and Warbler by the same token.
Yes, but today, we're actually going to teach you different alternatives because Warble and Wonderflex in the long run is really expensive.
Cheaper alternatives are good, right? Because we don't have $1 million, do we?
Oh, God, I wish. If I had $1 million, I would have a gold-plated cat.
I'd have a Tacoma right by now.
Hey, my bad.
Okay.
So,
we have 9 materials because we only have an hour. Sorry guys, we're going to go with the bare bones here of basic materials.
Yep, sadly. But at the end, we're going to give you as many questions as physically possible. And for anybody
check us out.
Yeah. And if you have any questions that make me laugh or him laugh, we'll throw candy at you.
And I'm going to resist. Why am I wearing this chap? Oh,
because I told you to.
Anyway, candy here. I'll try not to eat it.
Yes.
I really want to.
Now, should we go on to our first spot?
First, our first materials
is.
Click it. Click button. There we go.
Yay!
Imagine that. You would have thought broadcloth, right? It's your go-to fabric.
Yes. It is pretty much everybody's happy place. It will pretty much help you with anything and everything. It is inexpensive. It's very easy to sew, very easy to learn, with a very low fray rate. Now, a lot of people don't understand what fray rate means. It's pretty much those little feely things if you've ever sewn before or ever cut material.
Sure, you set it out for a little while, looks good, but something happens and you have to redart it, or
redo everything.
Redo your painting. That kind of sucks.
Yes, or you burn it like I do and then bad things happen.
And freight check is expensive. If you looked it up, it's like $15 a bottle, and I'm not paying $15 a bottle every single day for stuff.
That is, no, we don't do that.
That's a common problem with costume satin. Costume satin. You guys know the shiny satin you see a lot of princess dresses out of? It's good, I guess, but cotton broadcloth will be more durable. So,
now, it is also very easy to find. You can find this stuff at any fabric store. You can find it in Walmart. I was about to say Walmart.
So it's a town that only has a Walmart. You still have a chance.
Yes. Actually, you can find Daniel at Walmart.
Has a huge selection of colors. Obviously, it's very common. You got huge colors, and then also the patterns that come upon them too.
Yes.
Tiger, leopard, other animal.
Yeah. It does come in a variety of prices. So, like I said, it is inexpensive, but it can get up there in price. Also, the cheapest that I've...
But the reason for that is that there's various weights. So one of the reasons why I like to go to a fabric store still to this day rather than ordering online, where it is in fact cheaper, is to feel the fabric and know what you're getting, because you might get a really good deal online, but it's thin and you don't want to see through costume now, do you?
Yes. Now, there are some downsides to this stuff, and it's, like I said earlier, it's a little bit more expensive. It stains like a champion, especially white cotton broadcloth.
It's organic. It's organic, so it stains.
Right.
The plastic ones, more plastic material are easy to stain, although you know that nothing is unstainable.
I wish it was. But yes, it's not really regal. Now, I mean,
it's good. If you want something fancy and nice, you might want to go with a different material. It's so prominent and common that it becomes less interesting, I guess you could say.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
That, I mean, look at this shirt. I hate this shirt.
I'm a person for texture. I enjoy texture. I like when my photographs are taken that the light hit them in just the right way. You know what I mean? You don't want to be flat. Yeah.
Sometimes you do. Depends on what you're wearing. Sometimes you want to be freaking game and watch and pray for the best.
You know what I forgot to start? We forgot to say. This panel has 100 asterisks. Hundreds of them.
Yes.
We cannot possibly cover every single scenario of cosplay.
Yeah. It sucks.
You can get pretty much anything done with any costume material. It might take a little more money, a little more time, but we've seen it done, and you can't say it's bad because, hey, there are scenarios where it works.
There's no such thing as a bad material. Every material has its pros and cons, such as the ones that we're pointing out today. Alright, should we go to the next?
Sure. So don't get mad at us if we say something we don't agree with. Artistic differences. Asterisk, 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 asterisk. Does it fit?
I don't know. Just hold it up there. Anyway. Alright, our next topic is jersey cloth. Now, is this? Yes.
Yeah, oh, we should have shot. If you guys don't know what broadcloth is.
Throw that at him.
Rah!
I'll be your runner.
Yes.
Yes.
Anyone want to look at it? Does anyone want to touch fabric?
I do.
He wants to touch fabric? Yo, John. Oh, well, okay. Yeah.
Please, we want it back because we're not immune.
Please don't eat it. I'm serious. I want that for later for food.
Okay.
I'll feed you something. Now, anyway.
The yellow is the jersey cloth, and that's a stretch fabric.
Yes.
And broadcloth is
It is a not stretch fabric.
it's a knit fabric.
There you go.
There's a considerable difference. When you're sewing, you want to set your sewing machine to zigzaggies on the stretch fabrics.
Yes. Now, for jersey cloth, sorry, I'll branch it down. It's very stretchy. I mean, you guys can kind of play with it.
It feels nice.
Yes.
And
Don't stretch it too much.
you want to check the weight too because you can get see-through stuff as well.
Yes. Now, the fun part about this stuff is it doesn't really need that much seam allowance. Now, Chris, what's seam allowance?
The spacing you need so your shit doesn't fall apart when you're wearing it. So it's going to get pulled on.
It's going to get tugged, it's going to get pulled, it's going to get hit by other cosplayers, you're going to get glomped, you're going to roll around in the dirt. Not all of you, I will. But you want something that bounces, takes the hits pretty well.
It's good for stretchy things like bodysuits. You know it's not good for bodysuits?
Cotton broadcloth.
You know, knit things get a little saggy and frumpy in spots if you don't have stretch materials. They get wrinkles and
If you want a crotch pocket, make one out of cotton broadcloth.
may have done that.
You did that. I watched you. It was funny.
It looked great except for the area.
It was still funny. But no. Okay, now, as we said earlier, weight and stretch do vary. Now, the plastic that's actually in the jersey cloth versus the cotton broadcloth tends to not have plastic in it.
Yeah, asterisk.
Asterisk, 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 blah, 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 blah. I want to listen to that song now. We keep saying asterisk anyway. All right. Now the weight and stretch do vary. The more plastic, the lighter. The more cotton, the heavier. Read my sign. I put that up for a reason. Now, this goes with all jersey cloth. If you really want something that's like heavy, a little bit more stretch, I won't say go with more plastic.
Yeah.
More plastic. If you want something that's a little bit tighter, but kind of like a t-shirt or kind of like a jersey, today, you go with this. Sure.
Are we going too fast? No, we're not. Okay,
No, we're
good,
going
good,
too
good.
fast.
Now, I want you to look at the grub above you. My wife made it. She's wonderful and talented. I didn't make this, I can't.
Yes. Now, I love that grub, by the way.
So parts of it are made of a woven material and some of them are made from a starch material. Can anyone guess which ones are the starch materials?
Ham! What?
I cannot hear you. Corn is actually made of viscosity.
No, that's not here anyway.
The yellow section, the belly, you see how it's very shaped and stretched and it got very interesting shapes? That's starch material, jersey.
Yes.
However, the head has darts and seams. That's a knitted material.
Yes.
Yay!
Yay! Now,
That's for the hair.
yeah, the hair is I thought it was human hair. I don't know.
The grubby legs are also jersey too.
Yeah, it's one of those jersey. Now, this stuff can be deformed no matter. If you're not doing it correctly, like if you don't give yourself a little bit enough seam allowance, not so little amount of seam allowance. Yeah, wording. But yeah, it can get crumpy. It can get flumpy. I'm making up words so I can actually sound smart. So you kind of want to choose the type of what you want to make carefully. If you want something that's going to be body tight, if you want something a lot here. If you want something that actually it's not gonna have as much room, but it's actually gonna be like a shirt or something. Then you want something a little bit lighter.
It is common, but not nearly as common as broadcloth. Broadcloth has all the colors in the rainbow, and plus you can dye it pretty easy. But
Except for rainbow. Unless someone found a rainbow broadcloth in this room, I swear to someone give it to me. I want it.
but it does have a good selection. Not as good a selection as some of the other choices, but the reason why we chose jersey is because it's for stretch material, pretty easy to sew. You want to try sewing stretch velvet?
Yes. Yeah, no.
You have fun.
Let me know I'm not a seamster for a reason.
More talented people than me out there, I swear.
Yeah. But anyway, on to our next topic.
Woo!
Woo! Leather!
Leather. We chose leather because we needed a different material that was different than a knit or a stretch.
Yes. Plus, I love pleather, and I like when people make things out of pleather. It's a lot cheaper than leather. I'll put it that way.
And we chose pleather over leather because it's much more accessible to the average person.
Yes. Plus, like I'll say again, I'll say it 1,000 times more. There are a lot of people out there that don't like wearing animal skin, so pleather is the greatest alternative. I'm not. Okay. No, she's fanning herself. Okay. I got confused with what she's fanning herself.
Oh, okay.
Throw pleather at someone. That guy.
That guy.
I said throw it. You don't ever listen.
This is pleather, isn't it? Yeah, that's definitely not real.
Unless you paid like $400 for it, it's
Yeah, I doubt it.
I got this for
So, what we have there are some samples of dyed pleather using, I believe, alcohol, and then there's
The ink.
ink. Yes, ink. Just sharp ink. And there's another version that works also well. You can get textures. You can dye it. It's a pain in the butt.
Also, fun fact, as you said, the alcohol ink technique, you can do this to wigs. Now, a lot of people realize this, but you can use this technique to dye wigs as well. It's a little bit trickier, but it works.
Acetone, I forgot. With acetone. The other
Acetone.
trick. Acetone's the other trick too. Because it kind of melts the plastic a little bit,
Yes.
and then you're like, it takes the ink.
Yes. Also remember, again, this is by no means skimmed. This, again, is plastic. So, it's eatable. It's a little stretchy.
It's a bit hot to wear.
It's very hot to wear. If you have the chance, try not to wear too much in the summer. We don't want you to die of heat stroke. But yes, it is impossible. Which
It's a little trickier to do. Like you would emboss regular leather or stretch it. You can kind of do the same thing because it's plastic. We would have to do the same techniques, but look up tutorials. We're not going to go into those details.
yes, we don't have time to go into tutorials. I wish we did. What about the ribbons?
You can take rivets and put things in that. It holds pretty well with rivets if you want to sew. You want to make sure you are, yes,
I'm sorry. I was going to ask what embossing is.
putting a pattern.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Having pattern and design.
Yes.
Woo.
See? You did good. See, here's another one.
Yes.
No, it's fine. Yeah.
Throw it at someone. But anyway. Okay. Now, there are some very, very, very big important things that we need to go over. It is hard to dye.
It's possible, but
It's impossible.
it's easier to dye other things, we should say.
Yes.
If you're really good at dyeing leather, kudos to you.
If you want to get into it, like we said, look up tutorials. It does take a little bit more work and a little bit more of an expensive machine to do, which again, it's not easy to sew. It really isn't. If you're going to use like a hand sewer thing, I personally don't suggest it. I would watch you do it because I really want to see how far you get, but I wouldn't suggest doing it.
I think a lot of times people use a machine to stamp out the holes, so it makes it a little easier to. There's a machine that will punch holes, so it makes it a lot easier.
At the same time, I mean, I've seen you.
You need the tools.
Yeah.
Under the condition, you have the tools.
Yes, I've seen people with normal machines actually cut leather because it does not.
If the tension is too high in a machine, it's just going to kind of eat your pleather, unfortunately. So you might want.
I put heart in it. That's a good thing. That's because I hate dyeing leather.
This is actual leather, but.
That's a good example. Shut up.
Oh well.
Shut up. All right. Now, on to other materials now. I'm pretty sure a lot.
Go back. We forgot it.
No, we didn't.
Look. No, I
did.
Very little stretch.
I pointed that out earlier.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Fabric stretch.
Okay. So we're gonna go to Sculpties. Now, I'm pretty sure we Sculpty.
So we moved from the fabrics, right? Those are our fabrics. Those are all fabrics. 3 fabrics. We have 3. What do we have now? 3 of them.
We have 3 clothes.
3 sculpting things.
3 sculpting things. That's
Say fabric's not your thing. You want to.
You are better with like pots and pottery and all that jazz. You had fun when you were in art class, or you have fun and you're an art major now. I love art majors, by the way. But yes, Sculpey is your best friend. I know there's a lot of Homestuck people here. I know some of you are like intimate with Sculpey or materials of this class, so this is gonna be fun. Did you actually bring Sculpey?
Yeah, I brought Sculpey. I'm not going to give it out because it's like $5 a block.
But yeah,
You can look at it.
yes. Now,
It's polymer clay.
it is glorious polymer clay. Polymer clay is oil-based, actually. Now,
It's Uchi Ultralight, which is light and more expensive. Considerably more expensive.
yeah. All right. Now, Sculpey and polymer clays tend to bond well with other materials. And what I mean by this is you can glue it and you kind of screw it.
You put anchors in there so it doesn't destroy the clay.
Yes.
Wood anchors or drywall anchors and such.
And it is kind of like porcelain when it comes out the oven. And it kind of is.
Yeah, you got to worry about breaking it. Yeah.
We'll get it.
Little fine details.
Yeah. Now, it's very easily sanded because of, again, if you've ever worked with porcelains, if you ever worked with like really, really fine material, this stuff will sand like the dickens. I love sanding this stuff. I just, okay.
All right.
Now, it does take almost every paint. You can water paint this stuff.
Sure. It has a range of colors, which is convenient.
Yes, definitely. Now, I know I put Play-Doh for adults because it is Play-Doh for adults. You can do so much stuff with this stuff. It's so fun. It's so fun. You can put it into molds. You can actually.
I see you said low drying time. There's no drying time. You bake this stuff.
Yes.
It takes like, what, 15 minutes, half an hour maybe?
Yeah, I mean, if you leave it out in the friggin' sun all day, it's going to dry out.
Oh yeah, I have left it in the sun and it's not great. Don't
Yeah.
leave it in the sun actually. If you need a hardwood carapace on it.
I mean, you can throw it at walls and explode. Don't do that. We did not suggest doing that. Now, again, there's no technique to this stuff. Your imagination, everything up here in this leaky brain pan that we call it a thing, it works perfectly. I mean, you can roll it, you can dough it, you can do almost anything to this thing, and it will not die.
It will pick up your thumbnail or your thumbprint in detail, which is really great if you want something really, really detailed.
Yes.
Not a lot of things can pick up that level of detail and be not expensive as hell.
Yeah. Which, yeah, we can put it out.
Yeah.
Now, there is a few things, and so many other.
Growth in this picture.
There's a lot of girls in that picture. So, now, it does become expensive in the long run. Like
This is what, $5, and this is like $15 for this whole package.
So imagine trying to make.
Something big. So imagine something big. How much that would cost you all? You might want to go with a different choice in that respect.
Yes. It's again. It's because of its size. Most people do limit it to smaller objects like these tiny grubs. They're adorable, but
Yeah.
yeah. You have to learn this now. It, like other clays in an oven, it can, will, and probably always will burn and explode on you.
You have to work the air bubbles out, or air bubbles expand heat in. You lose your work. So be careful of that kind of thing.
Yes. Also, fun fact, if you've ever seen porcelain explode in an oven, learn this now. If there's a big enough bubble, it will pop open the oven. So just watch it very carefully.
I don't think I've seen that with sculpting, but I'm sure you're going to do it just to spite me.
I'm going to do it to spite you.
Okay.
Alright, now it does need metal-based armatures to work. So
You're making bigger things. These didn't because of teeny tiny. But it is limited to say a quarter, 3/4 of an inch thick because of the baking process. So you're limited to kind of small things unless you really make it modular. Asterisk.
all that fancy stuff. Now, also, it does stain. When you're working with it, it will stain.
It leaks oils onto your hand. If you're working with multiple colors like I did in here, I was wearing gloves because if I work with the red and touch the yellow, it would stain and smudge up the yellow and make it not look as good.
And then that's not fun at all, honestly.
It's really hard to get out.
I mean, I wear this apron every day. Then again, I also wear it with a red shirt and I call myself chef. But that's a whole different scenario. No, don't you stop. Anyway. Okay. So, have we covered everything?
Yeah,
I believe we did.
okay.
I say we did. Because we're going to go to paper clay.
Paper clay, next step up.
Oh, yes. Oh, see? I saw a
Yeah,
hand.
someone knows
Yeah!
paper clay. What are those horns made out of?
Paper clay.
Yeah! Okay, I'm actually going to throw this around because I
Wait, actually relevant. If you're working with sculpting, what temperature do you recommend to bake at?
don't hit anybody.
Was it 275 on the package, I believe it says, or it says, there's a right on the package. That is basically, you read the rules. Yeah, 275. Yeah.
How do we follow rules though?
Screw the rules.
When
We
you
got
don't
money.
want it to explode. I had to double check. Yes, 275 people.
Yes. It works very well, yeah. Paper clay, since we're back.
Okay, paper clay.
Now, paper clay, it works like traditional clays. It works like sculpting. You can. I have never personally done this myself, but you can bake it. There are no, that's actually not paper clay.
Oh, okay.
I'll explain that in a minute. But
Where's your paper clay sample? You're in charge of it. Oh, there it is, right there. Okay.
okay. Actually, I kind of want go to her. She has more paper clay than I do. But okay, paper clay, as my friend back here can tell me, how long does it take to dry? A while, right? Quite a bit. It takes a very long time to dry, which you want. You want this fact because you have so much time to work with this stuff. It is very hard to run out of time with paper clay.
If you've ever sculpted with traditional clay, you need to keep it moist, and it can be difficult after the first day of working with it.
Yes.
This, you have more malleability over time, which is good.
Yes.
However,
Because
because it takes so long to cure,
you would not want to do this the night before a con.
not a good plan.
Yeah. Also, don't paint it while it's halfway cured.
What happens when you paint things that are not cured?
It absorbs it like water, or being.
You'll get bubbles in the paint.
That too.
You'll get bubbles in paint. It's just.
I mean, I always get absorption. I don't know why. But
Okay.
anyway, now it is very good for detail work. I have seen so many people. I've personally done great. I've seen horns. I've done horns.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen people do light armor with this stuff. It comes out beautiful.
It won't get your thumbprint, but
It won't get you thumbprint, but it'll do the job. Now, also you can get really smooth textures with this if you treat it right.
it takes more.
It takes a little bit more work, but it's good. Also, you don't really need to bake it. I mean, it's really good for hand building. So, if you're better with your hands than you are with tools,
Good stuff.
yeah.
All right.
All right. Now there are a few.
Wait, no, it's really great for organic stuff.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Yes.
All right. Now, as you said, it's really good for organic stuff like bones, claws, horns. If you want to do dragon scale mail, it's up there. It can either cure smooth or it can cure rock. It will always give you this chalky white exterior, which is great for bones.
You may want to finish it if you don't want to add a force.
But I do sometimes, so it works out. Now, again, as we're saying, we do have a few. There's a few problems with it. When this stuff is gone, it's gone.
Yeah,
For example,
it cracks.
yeah, that ain't coming.
You want to reinforce it, I guess. If you want little thin tentacles and really thin. If you want really thin sections, it'll crack, and that's great. But it's really strong, and hopefully it'll hold up the most people con use.
Yeah. Also, you kind of want to keep this stuff in a very refrigerated area because I actually have to throw this crap out after this. My refrigerator broke at home. I was actually going to bring like a whole thing, but this actually works better. When paper clay, if it's not
in a sealed bag,
yeah, you get like semi-hard crap. It looks.
You might want a wet paper towel in there as well to preserve it for as long as you possibly can.
It goes from happy marshmallow to sad marshmallow very fast.
But because it's good at organic things, what is it not good at it?
Not organic things, actually, like seals and steel.
Really flat, angular surfaces are difficult. You can do them, just more work.
Yes. Now, again, I did put a question mark next to limited to light armor for a reason. This stuff can get heavy very fast. It's known for being a lightweight material, but if you use too much of it, obviously too much of a good thing is a bad thing. I've seen light armors, I've seen a couple of Legend of Zelda cosplayers use it religiously, but at the same time, I've never seen a Space Marine walking head to toe in full regalia going, I am God!
It's,
no.
On the same regards of resin and fiberglass, it's kind of heavy.
Yeah.
Those are also good things we're not going to talk about because they're more...
Yeah, that's more words.
Good.
There's words to that.
They're good. They're good
yes.
stuff. Like we're basics.
Yes.
Stranded on an island that is the Midwest, the middle of nowhere, a small town on the
One day. But
anyway.
All right. On to our next material. We have my bread and butter. Now, insulation foam.
Insulation. Grab the bag. Oh, yeah.
Should we go?
There it is.
Insulation foam.
It is
Glorious.
very light.
Yes. Like, look at that.
Imagine the size of things you could make with that lightness.
Yes. You can make swords. You can make so many other things. You can make armor the size of a friggin' mech itself with this type of stuff.
I made a mech. Yeah, I made a mech. It was, I think, technically 9 foot tall. Huge bulbous thing. It was as bigger than any Space Marine you've ever seen. Thing weighs 75 pounds, which is nothing compared to resin and fiberglass armor.
I can wear it as a backpack and laugh at people.
Those big swords you want to make?
Yeah, they're doable. Now, there's a few tricks and tips that we can give to actually make it doable, but again, there's a little bit of play that you have to deal with. It's very easy to shape, easy to carve.
Any old tool will work, like any old tool.
I use butter knives to carve most of the time, and it gives me the glorious smooth surfaces. Yes.
Do you think a Dremel would work on there?
Oh, Dremels are the best thing for this.
It would eat it. I prefer hand tools because it would just go.
No. If you have like something like this,
steady hand.
If you have a steady hand and you give yourself enough work room, it works perfectly fine. I mean, I use it to if I'm in a rush and I need to actually do some interior curves, but it works fine.
Low speed only, not the high speed tremors.
Oh no, low speed, high speed, any speed.
You have to be more careful with high speed. Let's be.
Yeah, there's a lot of both the good questions to the end. But yeah, all right. Now it's very easy to sand because the stuff it's already look at that, it's already flaking.
Yeah.
Now again, it is a waterproof closed cell foam. Now Chris, what is a waterproof closed cell foam?
Well, there's lots of foams out there on the market, but not all of them are closed cell. What's so important about closed cell?
Closed cell is they don't have as many crazy creepy pores that you have to deal with.
That spongy texture, that's really good and you can sand it and it looks nice. However, you have to then fill it to make it a smooth, nice surface, which is more work and more weight.
And more stress.
The bigger the cavities, the more crap you have to put in it. And with this stuff, if you sand it right,
You don't have to worry about anything.
Hardly any of that.
Yes.
It's good.
Now, a good example of open cell foam is anybody here go to like Hobby Lobbies and all that jazz that have
foam.
like yes, I'm looking at you. Now, do you know? Have you seen that green foam that gives me nightmares?
It makes it
Stick
weight.
it over your
Yes.
hands unless it's on
Yes.
fire.
Yes. If you set it on fire, worse things will happen. But yes.
We don't ever advocate fire of chemicals. No chemicals, bad. But anyway, it was somewhat difficult to finish because you had to fill all those holes, right? Yeah, this is going to be a little easier. It asks for, skills.
Skills pay the bills and it works and it trills. Now,
It's $1 a square foot too, which is cheaper. So much cheaper.
I'll put it this way. I'm 6'3". You can get a 7-foot chunk of foam, this stuff.
8 foot.
8 foot. 8 foot. Thank you. 8 by 2 inch thick. $32.
$1 a square foot. Can't beat that with a stick.
Yes. Yes, you can.
Well,
I've beaten dollars and stuff. Anyway, don't question what I do when my brain is not working. But anyway, now there are some huge disadvantages to this stuff.
Imagine that, a lightweight material.
Now, most people that work in shops tend to use this thing.
You probably want to not use it.
Yeah, you don't want to use this, especially since it's been on my hand. Now, oh man, this stuff can be messy, and you want to protect your lungs like your life depends on it, because it does depend on it.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, well, I had a cough for about a year, which was not so great because I was wearing these, and I upgraded to one of those because it was absolutely necessary to me not dying.
The flight attendant will teach you how to use these.
So yeah, when you're using this, make sure to clean up. Make sure it's a ventilated area because little bitty dust particles will cause you health problems.
And you don't want to sound like Dave for the rest of your life, not me.
He is going to get a flogging when he gets home.
No, I'm not. Oh wait, I am. But anyway, now, when it comes to painting it,
Why are you doing it? Okay,
no, it works.
It's your fault.
It's all your fault.
You're to blame.
I am. Now, you can't just glue this stuff straight up and go. It sucks. But
Screws don't really hold. Imagine that.
Yeah, screws don't hold. Elmer's glue. Well, Elmer's glue won't do anything to it, but
I can. My special can. Very important can.
yes, this is the glue. If you think spray paint eats this stuff, I dare you to just take a little bit of insulation foam and count the seconds. The spray foam will like fight it to the death.
How much is a can of spray foam? Like $10?
Yeah,
I think this is much more cost effective.
to me it is.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the volume you get is considerably more.
Yes. Don't question the black light.
Anyway.
Now, yes. Oh, we didn't cover the fact that it does not cover or touch on bone shapes at all.
Yeah, when you're gluing these, you want surface area. That's the only way it's going to work. When you glue things, you want surface area. If you want really weird shapes, you're going to need to. Say you're gluing to this horn right here, right? It's really hard. We have an anchor, and then we have hot glue to mount it, hold in place, and then we have a screw.
Yes.
So,
No,
go back.
I was trying to do this. I was trying to point.
Point. See that? Oh, it can! You guys the advantage of mouse buttons.
Yes.
Aha.
But yes, like I said, it can pretty much carve it in any shape you want, but at the same time, like you said, don't put it on a friggin' war helmet and expect it to survive for another day.
You can totally finish it in resin or fiberglass or whatever you want.
But it takes a very long and strenuous process to do it. Yeah, asterisk. Now, it can't really bear loads. Like, if I were to sit on this and ingest this, it will rip. Okay, so Silent Hill just released itself. So, if you want your dead nurse party to come in now, please, go up to the next vestibule. Anyway, so it can't bear loads. I can't sit on this stuff. I am about 400 pounds. I don't look it, but I am. And it will like snap on me like it was nothing.
You want to combine it with other sheet materials.
Don't worry about it.
Like so you can glue this using this glue to other stuff. Foam?
Yeah, that's all.
Foam.
No. Alright, so, as we were saying, foam, goodness, it does not. It's good, it's not the end-all be-all. We do not have an end-all be-all material just yet.
Someday!
One day we will have Dr. Manhattan come and make me super glue. And it will be made of the goats and the happiness.
Yes.
Alright, on to our next topic.
Yes.
Foamies!
Foamers!
Lower to the foamies!
I like foamies. Foamies are nice and they're comfortable.
Yes.
And we're going to say mats and yoga, work mats and everything made of
Made of happy.
EVA foam?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
It should be EVA.
We have samples!
We have samples to show you all.
Yes.
Oh,
Wait, do we have my little samples?
I don't know.
Oh, well.
Show this to someone.
Oh, you all know what foamies look like.
Yes.
Here's mats. I trust you. Okay. No.
Not a fire drill, don't worry.
Okay, we're safe. For now.
Pyramid Head is making me cookies.
This is the song of my people.
Here
They don't like you.
Escaped and the alarm went off when they opened the door.
That's fine. But yeah, really easy to work with. You barely need any tools at all to work with this stuff. It is awesome for that fact.
Yeah. You know what I really like with this is my hot knife.
Oh yeah, the hot knife.
But we're not gonna talk about hot knives. You know what hot knife is.
Yeah, a hot knife is a little tricky to find now, but
you can cut it with scissors or box cutters or saws or whatever. Really easy to use.
or happy places. But no, pretty much it's one of the top 3 easiest materials to make armor from in my own personal experience.
I would agree, even though I don't use it quite that much, but I have. Yes.
You have. It's kind of funny to watch. Now.
Okay.
Now, anyway. Okay, this stuff can be heat shaped or thermoformed to a certain degree.
As you can see by the dome piece I handed out somewhere.
Yeah, it's over there somewhere.
They can do with the foamies as well.
Yeah. Okay. Now, what is heat shaping? Pretty much just heating, shaping it with heat, right?
You heat it up and it stretches and moves those things.
Don't put it in the oven.
No, not even playing.
None of you put it in. Okay.
I would actually advise a heat gun over an oven any day of the week.
Yes.
Sure, you can get the job done with the oven, but there are risks.
Yes.
Risks.
Now, there is the old-fashioned trick. I mean, get a boiling pot of water and you can do it over that. But it hurts a lot.
Yeah, if you want to spend $20 to get yourself a heat gun, I like heat guns. They're good for a lot of stuff.
Yeah, so much more stuff. Now, it is hard to do.
Oh, there's my armor?
Yeah, it is right there.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Put it in there because I'm happy. Alright, it's very hard to do it.
Let's just say you can use hot glue and things like that, but when you're trying to glue it to other things, it's somewhat of a weak material compared to other armorous materials.
Do you have any
No.
Okay.
Anyway,
Okay.
so foamies, as you might imagine, screws will rip right through them. Sewing, not great. You have to rely on glue as usual.
For other
eyelets.
Eyelets are pretty good.
Yeah, eyelets.
Now, there is another way to do it. Guys, I'm going to throw out a really big word out there. Neodymium. Neodymium.
Yeah.
I was thinking neodymium. But anyway, neodymium magnets or rare earth magnets. You can look this stuff up. It's super cheap. You can get about 500 of these little suckers for about.
Well, there you have it, folks. It was about 10 more minutes of footage. I'm sorry, that's all I can get. The battery died, and I couldn't really stop our presentation to switch batteries out and change camera. It was not going to happen. But we will be hopefully going to more conventions, do more panels. We're going to think of new topics and or improve upon what we've done here. If you have any comments and suggestions, we are open to that, of course, because this is our first panel, and we could maybe improve a little bit. That would be wonderful. Just putting some pictures of some awesome things that you probably have never seen at other convention, or well, these are new costumes to me anyway. Or maybe, I don't know. My memory is not great. They could be old costumes. But usually I think these are new ones, or ones I haven't seen anyway. Anyway, cosplayers, thanks for sticking around. I'll see you at the next convention, which is going to be Anime Milwaukee. Alright, bye-bye. Hey, Cosplay World, before I finish up this video, I want to say thanks for everyone who likes and subscribes. But the people who comment, you guys have a special place in my heart. It really does keep me motivated. I don't know, I do try to talk to you a one-on-one, but maybe someday I'll have enough questions and so on to do like a regular Monday Q&A session like I used to. But for now, I just try and spread the information and love I have for all you cosplayers out there. I don't know if you know someone who needs help, if you see someone who could use a heads up and maybe is new to the cosplay community, maybe hasn't seen some of these kind of informational videos, let them know. It really helps me out. I'm gonna go make more vids, have some fun, make some stuff, do cosplay things. Thanks for watching, guys. Good times to all.